morning, everyone. My name is Dibya Sukla, and I'm a research associate in Blue Marble Space. Today, I'm presenting a topic measuring the efficiency of a human language. And basically, in this project, I'm going to ask a very simple and interesting question. Can we actually measure how efficiently different language communicate the same information? So there's a big question like why we are actually measuring the efficiency of a language. So I have a four thing. That's why what I found relevant in order to give the answer of that question. The first one is move beyond inclusion. It simply means that if a language has a shorter text, it doesn't make it efficient. Then we have the second one, that is compare language systematically. So basically, if we have to convey the same information in different language, then what the things were changed. And the third one is understand communication trade-off. So basically, we might be compact in writing, but we may require more sound when we are speaking. And then the fourth one is explore beyond human language. So basically, in that, we can say that once we have a measurable framework, we can partially apply it to a hypothetical or even alien communication system. So that's all are the four reasons why we have to measure the efficiency of language. Moving further, so I am trying to find out not the best language. I am just trying to convey a message like how language differ in a way they encode information. So basically, first we talk about what is a language. So a language is considered of mainly three things: vocabulary, grammar, syntax, and two channels. So coming on vocabulary, a language has a vocab like words in order to express the sentence or the stories or something. Then grammar and syntax, if we are talking about it, that every language has some rules, like English to have a pronunciation, conjunction, and many more things in order to make it more good and punctual. Then we are moving to the third part, that is two channels. Every language need either a written form or a spoken form in order to convey a message to someone else. Then we are having some script in order to define every language, and they have some rules also, like Hindi has a Abu Gida. So basically, what does it mean? It means every consonant carry on inherent vowel that can be modified. Then we have in Arabic we have a abjad. So in what does abjad means here? The writing system primarily represent consonant. And talking about Chinese, it is a logographic. So here a individual character represent meaning or words. Then hiragana have a syllabary. So basically in that each symbol represent a syllable. Now, one fact is like every language has around 12 to 74 letters. Similarly, in nature, we have our 20 amino acid, like we using a letters to build different words. Nature used amino acid to build different type of proteins in our body. Now we have one basic question like can only seeing the language tells us the efficiency of it? As here we have a water written in English. It so it considered of basically five character, but the same water we can write in Chinese just one character. So just it define like a think like Chinese is more efficient than English because it is using a single character to represent the water. Not so fast. We cannot say it in a hurry way. We have a proper measures to justify that or to put a outcome. So basically, we have currently we have a three approach. The first one is a written representation, that is a translation part, and the second one is a spoken representation, that is a IBA conversion. The third one we have is a visual complexity, that is a character complexity. So in written representation, we are trying to find out how much space does a language need express the same information. Like we have example, the same text in the English and the Japanese. The sun is bright. So English using a 18 character, but Japanese using a 7 character to write the same sentence. Now, second, we have a IPA conversion. So basically, it is how much sound is needed to communicate that information. Like we are pronouncing water. So in English, we using a 5 phononyms, but in French, we just using one. Then the third one parameter matrix we have, that is a visual complexity. In short, we can say it to a it a character complexity. So it is like how much visual complexity is contained in a system we use. Like if we see here, like English using a 2 stroke to represent W, but Chinese using a 4 stroke. So these are the approaches that we are going to use in order to find the language is efficient or not. So basically, what my work is here is that um, I am working on a translation part. So this generally start with finalizing the input text. First I start with the old man and see. So basically, when we translate it into 133 languages using a deep translator, somehow we don't get the appropriate result because it is like a too much dialogue is there inside that. So we just reject that. Then we move forward with human right declaration. So basically it has around 10 to 11,000 characters, but we want some more amount of characters in order to do the study or do the analysis more appropriately. So finally we go with the Federalist paper, and it has around 80,000 characters. Now, for translating a single source language into multiple source language, we using a tool, that is a Google tool, Deep Translator. Why did we use that? Just because it supports 133 language, and it is a free and accessible. Then moving forward, now I have a two more thing to uh, you can say that, to investigate or to test that. I first one is like multiple source language. What I did, I just not only using English as a source language and then translate into 133 language, but I tried to take Hindi as a source language, Japanese as a source language, and then try it to 133 language, and just to see what does any effect is there by choosing a particular language source language. So I get the correlation of 0.806. It simply means that the source language does not matters. I can take any source language and then convert it into others one. And the second analysis I did was back and forth translation. I just take one language like Hindi or English, and just English to Hindi or Hindi to English, and I just get a very high similarity of the original text like 0.996. So this also doesn't affect it is both the result are positive, like multiple source language and backforth translation are in a positive way. Then here's the pipeline. What does I followed? I just clean the text so that it doesn't have any space or any other anomalies. I just split into 19 chunks because Deep Translator can translate around 5,000 words in one time. So I have to divide my 80,000 character into 19 small chunks. So it work on that, and then I translate it into 133 different language. Then I save each file, and then I analyze the text on 7 metrics that are there, and I calculate to comparison ratio and character count comparison versus comparison ratio. So what I get the result in comparison ratio, like Chinese is on the top, like it is a more denser language, and Tamil, Malayalam, and Myanmar is at the lowest. And I get something more unique in the second draft that I plot. In that, basically, I am working on a question like, does a longer text automatically mean better or worse comparison? So I just compared the capture count with the comparison ratio, and what I get is there is no clear correlation between the two. So it simply means that the structure of the script itself also matter. uh, Comparison efficiency is not simply about like how many characters we using. And then there is two more thing like IPA part and the character complexity part that is done by my teammates. So I already told that IPA is measuring the spoken sound. So in that we also get to result like Thai has most phonemes miss it needed like already we did water has a five phonemes, and French has one. So similarly, Thai has the most one. And then if talking about the character complexity, so we have a 11 matrix on which we just measure the complexity. We just then combine it into a PC, and then we get one complexity score. And what we get is like simpler scripts were alphabet and abjads, and the dense were like logographic syllabic, which have a high cluster like Chinese and language Japanese were fall on this category. And at last, we just combine the pipeline, and we just take the input text translate, and then we measure the IPA for the spoken purpose, and we analyze the written character to calculate a character complexity score. And the result is a standardized data set that let us compare language quantifiably. Also we get is like efficiency is not simply about using let. It simply means like biological system make trade-offs between different needs. Languages can also trade off between written system, spoken efforts, and visual complexity. And at the last I have a quote like both language and life have a different forms, but both try to achieve the best outcomes with limited resources. And thanks for listening. I am happy to take any questions.